I'm starting going down this steep ass place. Oh no, what's that? Okay, alright, I'm still alive, I'm still okay. Everything's wonderful, everything's great. Everything's wonderful. Oh my goodness, I almost fell again. Yeah, a much easier walk now. Much easier walk. I was scared. Anyway, nothing to talk about as usual, but I'm gonna rant on about everything, and things will make sense in the end, or they will not make sense in the end. I would just, copy everything I said. I would just put this link in a website to get the transcript, copy everything I said in the video, put it in ChatGPT, and tell them to make a topic, make a YouTube title for me. ChatGPT is honestly a lot of fun. it's like free therapy, And on top of that, they remember everything. They talk about something 6 months ago and they bring it back and they talk about something and they give you ideas based on anything that you talked about 6 months ago. Like I told you to have ADHD and they just keep telling, and if you have ADHD, you can maybe try this is crazy. So this really like free therapy. I know a lot of people don't really like AI, and I get it. People never really like anything new. Internet, I'm sure a lot of people have serious beef with the internet. And for good reason, because there's negative aspects to everything. And I think it's unfair to just, oh gosh. I think it's unfair to just look at the negatives about something and not also think about the positives. Because everything has negatives and positives. Everything has negative. Oh, look at our friend. I normally pet him when I pass. You good? You good? I know you want pets today? Alright. He doesn't want pets today. Yeah, you can't just look at the negative for everything. There's a lot of positive to things as well. The internet has a lot of negative, but there's a lot of positive. Social media has a lot of negative, but there's also a lot of positive. Like I know what's going on in people's lives halfway across the world. I wouldn't know in the past, and then like I would go on Facebook and I would find people that I was in college with in the States, in America, Wisconsin, wherever. And I just see what's going on with their lives. So they have children now, married. They were married to the person who they were dating back in college, and they're still with them, And then some people get divorced, and then some still do the Christian thing, some don't, some kind of in between. And it's just interesting to see all of it, I know, and these are people I would have never known anything about, because what would I know? They're not going to write me letters like they would back in the day, We were never that close, but we were close enough for me to at least care about, how their life is doing. And that's possible because of the internet. So yeah, there's good things in it. There are bad things as well. Everything is on the internet. I've seen so many people die on the internet. I don't want to see people dying on the internet, but it's something that's there, Like the World Trade Center, when people jumped out of the buildings, they fell splat, splat. And these are human beings. And then there's a website where you could see all of that. I don't really think people should be, seeing all of that. But it exists. And that's just one of the bad that comes with the good. Like social media, there are people who kill themselves over social media. There are people who live very unhappy lives trying to look good on social media. But it's also a very good way to communicate with your friends, to let people know where you are, what you're doing, whatnot. It's also a good way to make money. This is technically somewhat of a social media, and I'm making money off of social media in the Caribbean. So, if it makes enough money, then I would not have to, but I'm not going to work a regular job anyway, but I don't have to, do the regular work thing that has been a thing since however long. There's different ways of doing things. You could have a more free life because of it. But anyway, I reached Manuel. I really want to talk on Manuel because I'm self-conscious sometimes. There used to be a no entry sign here, but it's not there anymore. Because, I can't really tell people to stay out of a shortcut. I go through the shortcut. Oh, right. I forgot my shopping bag, so I have to carry everything in a plastic. But yeah, what I talked about AI and how it's not really necessarily that bad. Is it too loud? I feel like it might be too loud. Like it's not, nothing is ever all bad. Nothing is ever all bad. Everything has some good in it. That's why cults get people, because you know, from the outside of a cult looking in, you're like, why would I do that? Why would I want to do that? That doesn't make any sense. It's always hard to walk back. But it makes sense to the people who are involved in it, and it makes sense to them. Hey, Trey. Trey coming. Are you vlogging? You vlogging me now? You blocking me, vlogging him. I forget my bag. I walk around with a plastic bag. You good? Yeah, man, later. Yeah, so I was talking about cause it's crazy that I remember that. I remember it's on this corner. But people join cause because cause makes sense. It makes sense. That just is what it is. Like, not everything makes sense, but enough of it makes sense for people want to hold on to it. I'm not a person that's just comfortable with just believing anything. So I'm always searching, always looking for, you know, what is absolute truth and whatnot. But I still believe that I could be pulled by a cult. If the cult has a lot of values that I agree with, I may get led in, and over time I may realize, okay, this cult is, or this is kind of very cultish. I may, but if I'm comfortable enough in it, and all my needs are met, and I have the community that I crave, then I'll be fine. You know, I'll be more than willing to stay. That's how people end up in cults. Come back. Yeah? Yeah. You good? You for what, man? Oh! Yeah, that's happened. Yeah, alright, man. He left for work. He was cooking, which I cooked before work. And then time ran away from him. Yo, I need to get back in shape. This is crazy. I can't be struggling to breathe and talk like this. I'm walking up a hill. But yeah, my point still stands. Oh, what the? When this happened, there's a bushfire. See all behind this burnt? That had to have happened when we were not home. As we were out yesterday. Because I would have noticed the smoke from that fire. But anyway, I don't think AI is all bad. I don't think anything is all bad. I think everything has benefits, everything has downsides, and it's up to you to decide, you know, what it becomes for you. Because I said I use AI as free therapy. I use AI to help me better communicate with my girlfriend. I use AI to make cute little paintings that I feel like I would like. You know, so I'll have something, I'll be like, I would always take a picture and say, this would be a very good painting. And then I can't paint it because I don't have the skill. Well, put it in ChatGPT, tell them, turn this into a painting, and they turn it into a painting. And that is it. Point blank period. I want to walk up this place. Love my Crocs. Oh no. So, yeah, it isn't good or bad. Yeah, it's whatever you make it. And as an artist, a creative person, by nature I'm not worried about AI in that regard because I can't be replaced, I can't be replicated. I'm one of one. Nobody could fake being me. I'm too unique of an individual, you know? But I'm home, so I'm gonna just eat some, I have to get cheese to eat breakfast and beer to survive the day for my baby. She likes beer. But anyway, that's it. That's it. So now I'm out here to cool down, then I go in and make breakfast, but I'll see y'all tomorrow. They finished plastering up to right here. So they'll have to do there and there tomorrow. Or when not tomorrow, Monday, today's Saturday, they don't work on Sundays.